Put simply, the Global Biodiversity Framework is or will be a common platform that will unite the world's government in the battle against biodiversity loss to ensure that future sustainability or sustainable future. We know by now that biodiversity is a thin fabric of life on the surface of our planet, while our climate maintains its livability. We are currently, unfortunately, exceeding the planetary boundaries that maintain our basic safety. So the Global Biodiversity Framework intends to reset a political path that will turn the tide of nature loss and bring back our economies and societies into harmony with nature. Hence, the financial sector will play and expected to play a very important role, as do its regulators. The finance influences incentives for the market activity, while having a fairly limited footprint itself. The financial sector underwrites most other forms of economic activities. Not surprising that I then accepted, as you have mentioned, the role of the co-chair or to co-chair the task force on nature-related financial disclosure with my other co-chair, David Craig, former Refinitiv Chief Executive Officer. We need the financial sector to come forward and take leadership in identifying and assessing the risks, impacts, and dependencies of the activities on nature and disclose them, while at the same time also requiring their clients to do the same as well. TNFD, or Task Force on Nature-Related Financial Disclosure, is closely related to the success of the Global Biodiversity Framework, since we need to be able to identify those activities in the economy that are harming nature and promoting those which conserve and restore it. As we learn through the disappointments of failing short in the previous Aichi targets, it is important that the Convention on Biological Diversity and its parties to be focused and engaged in the commercial markets, where many decisions influencing biodiversity everywhere in all of its forms are taken worldwide on the ongoing basis. With a better framework developed by the market, for the market, out there now for testing, the TNFD is already shaping the market practice. It is important to emphasize that the task force itself is market-led. But as with the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosure, TCFD, before it, we expect it to be picked up in legislation and regulation, as already done, for instance, by France and UK, to create that change at a systemic level. Indeed, current Target 15 in the draft Global Biodiversity Framework instructs corporates and financial institutions worldwide to identify and disclose their impacts and dependencies on nature. This will create immediately a new international expectation of good corporate citizenship. At the same time, start policymakers on the journey of crafting relevant domestic policies and laws. We must not forget the role of financial sector is in two parts. One, steering the economy away from nature negative practices towards restorative and regenerative ones. The draft Global Biodiversity Framework also contains a call for new financial flows to nature, including from private and commercial sources. I've been thrilled to see the appetite of financial sector understanding the opportunities around nature, while at the same time recognizing that investing in nature-based solutions will help them meet their existing net zero commitments, of which cover at least $130 trillion in assets. So Natalie, I look forward equally to hearing from Lorna, as I know that Scotland has shown great market leadership in financing for nature. Thank you.